Good evening. On behalf of the Hopkins Education Foundation Board of Directors and office staff, we welcome you to the 22nd Annual Royal Bash. Of course, we would much prefer to be together this evening, side by side, under one roof, raising funds for Hopkins Public Schools. However, the beauty of a free virtual event is that everyone has a seat at the table. To say this past year has been unique would be a profound understatement. We have watched our Hopkins students, staff, and families navigate a road none of us could have imagined traveling 12 months ago. And yet, the resilience, strength, grit, and perseverance that our Hopkins community has displayed this past year only more clearly defines the term Hopkins Strong. The foundation was fortunate to have hosted the Royal Bash last February and raised $300,000 for Hopkins schools. These funds allowed HEF to respond to the urgent needs of the district in addition to funding grants and special appeal. In April, HEF awarded a $50,000 COVID relief grant to support the district's food and nutrition program for our families, as well as childcare, tuition assistance, and transportation. In May and June, the foundation administered the #HopkinsStrong relief fundraiser and raised $212,000 for the district as they prepared for a fall like no other with distance, in-person, and hybrid learning. And in September, HEF implemented an expedited fall grant cycle that in some instances allowed us to award grants within 2 weeks of receiving the application. I am proud to share that we awarded 22 grants totaling $36,000 to Hopkins schools. None of this would be possible without the support of our community. Thank you. Before we begin this evening's festivities, I would like to acknowledge our 2021 Royal Bash sponsors. At the Royal Blue level, Envision Capital, Amy and Charles Roberts with Grant Thornton, Tonkadale, your greenhouse home. At the silver level, Mara Gollin Garrett, Ellie and Abby Garrett, Mary D. and George Hicks, Mariel and Brian Kresge, Diane and Mike McDonald, Lori and Robert McNeil, Rebecca and Peter Neely, Jean and Paul Guyewitz with Preferred One, Kathy and Chuck Carlson with Restwell Mattress Factory, Deb and Michael Stein, the Tankanoff Families Foundation, Hindi and Scott Tankanoff, and West Metro Schools Credit Union. These sponsors, along with our bronze, logo, and contributing sponsors, allow us to begin the evening with $87,000 in sponsorship donations, which of course is simply outstanding. Thank you. I have the pleasure to introduce our fabulous MC for the evening, KARE 11 meteorologist Belinda Jensen, and our equally fabulous co-host, Alice Smith Principal Eduardo Navidad and Glen Lake Principal Jeff Radau. Now, let's make tonight a memorable night as we raise funds for Hopkins Public Schools.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. That, of course, is Jennifer St. Clair. She's the executive director of the Hopkins Education Foundation, and I'm just so happy to be here on this beautiful February 20th. I wouldn't have showed up, it was still cold, so I'm glad that it warmed up. It was a gorgeous day today, and of course this year has been so horrific. If you can think that last year when this event happened, it happened just in a matter of weeks before the world stopped, and the pandemic has been with us ever since. My co-hosts tonight are here tonight, and they celebrate home with all of you there at home watching tonight. This year's Royal Bash fundraiser offers a unique, exciting opportunity to tell HEF's story. We've got a lot in store for you in the next hour. Students and principals sharing HEF's grants in action at each of the Hopkins schools. Exciting alumni videos. Wait till you see where all of the alumni have gone, both recent grads and also established professionals. We're going to give away $2,000, two different times, raffle winners, which is a lot of fun. And we'll also let you know how you can help HEF's Pathways to a Healthier Future special appeal and some amazing premium auction items that might have you traveling around Minnesota and Wisconsin. You'll find the auction bidding also going on right now, scrolling on screen throughout the evening. And of course, we would love if you donate right now or through the evening and also until 10 o'clock for that special appeal. Now, in the past year, we've all, of course, learned how important home really is. And for our students, their home away from home is their Hopkins schools. And it has been, of course, a horrific year for teachers and superintendents and principals. And I have two handsome gentlemen helping me out tonight. So excited to introduce Principal Jeff Radel and also Principal Eduardo Navidad. And you guys have been on the front lines. It's been a really interesting year. And we're so glad that we can actually put this event on and have everyone at home safe and sound watching. So thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome.
It's going to be really fun. All right, you're going to start us out, Jeff.
Let's do it. So thanks again, Belinda, for being here and supporting Hopkins Education Foundation and Hopkins Public Schools. You know, our schools really are home. They're home for our staff, our students, and our parents. They make up a family, and staff have been incredible this year. They've worked incredibly hard. And as principal of Glen Lake, I so appreciate the cooperation, adaptability, and flexibility of our families during this incredibly tough year as well. HEF's quick response this fall and the ability to award rapid-fire grants to meet our students' needs has helped immensely. We have been very creative. We have very creative educators with wonderful ideas, and HEF is always there to put those ideas into practice. I'm so glad to be here and be able to show everyone a little bit about what HEF brings to our schools.
Well, this is my first year at principal at Alice Smith, and I'm excited to be here at Hopkins. I love the energy of our staff and our scholars now that we're back in person. All of the adults in our buildings are dedicated to our children's education, and we want our students and our scholars to love school as much as we do. I was so happy to discover HEF really supported our scholars and our staff. Coming in, I learned so much about the great things that they do. My 6th grade team talked about the canoe that they built last year, and now they want to make Adirondack chairs. So when I thought about it, HEF not only grants those unique ideas that are going to support our scholars, but those outside the box thinking ideas. Yeah. And that is what makes HEF such an amazing part of our Hopkins community.
Yeah, if you consider the $50,000 just to help the students with this whole pandemic, and also the 22 grants that were also, of course, honored this year. So that is a really wonderful accomplishment. Well, let's get started by taking a look at some of the amazing things that HEF has funded at your two schools.
Hello, I'm Jeff Radel, principal at Glen Lake Elementary School, and I just want to give a huge thank you to HEF and your incredible efforts and generosity in helping us cultivate genius in every child. You're going to see that in action in one of these grants, the Do-It-Yourself Tinker Crates, put on by our 6th grade teachers and Betsy Julian.
HEF funded our grant called Tinker Crates. I saw what it was like to be on a screen all day doing your schoolwork. And my team really said we need to find some way where kids are off screens and doing hands-on learning. And our 6th grade team this fall kind of came up with the idea where we were doing STEM projects at home. So Tinker Crates, the actual company, are a New Zealand-based company where they have one box that gets shipped to your house, but one box is $30. And our 6th grade team was like, I feel like we can do that for much cheaper and create a crate for all of our 6th graders. We approached HEF with 6 crate activities, and that quickly turned into, I think we could do 15 with our budget, and we ended with 24 projects in our Tinker Crate. So we now have our boxes, we have the core materials. Everybody has a needle nose plier and a wire cutter and a scissors and all of these pieces that now will stay in the box. I've asked kids to involve their parents and their siblings, and so I now get video submissions of the whole family creating. HEF, it's been a joy to watch my students and all of their creations, and we could not have done this without you. We appreciate your support and all of the people out there that donate. We just thank you so much from the bottom of our heart.
Our schools are so fortunate to have HEF helping us funding exciting learning tools.
Right.
And we're truly lucky to have some local businesses that know the value of education and have become Royal Blue sponsors of the Bash.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Navidad. I am the principal at Alice Smith Elementary School, and I'm excited to be here with you today, both virtually and in person, since I'm also hosting the event. I want to just give thanks to the HEF for the collaboration, the support that they provided our scholars and our staff at Alice Smith. It takes a partnership to really make dreams come true. And I know that our staff here at Alice Smith, they dream big and they have these big ideas that are going to impact our scholars. But without the HEF support, these dreams cannot come to fruition. We've had calming corners, we have had boat buildings, as you saw in the video. And I know that I'm a really good host, but I'm a better cook. So this is our Alice Smith Kitchen a la carte. It's a mobile kitchen where you can bring into the classroom and cook with your scholars. But don't worry, I have our handy fire extinguisher just for when I cook and I burn the cookies. Thank you for your support, HEF. And now I'll turn it back to you, Mr. Navidad, who is hosting this great event.
You did a great job, by the way. Good job. I'm glad you didn't burn down the school.
That's a first. So now we have a couple of sponsors that have supported our HEF work here.
Hello, Hopkins families. Envision Capital is a mortgage lender in the Hopkins School District. Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. 30-year rates as low as 2.5%. 15-year rates under 2%. Get the last mortgage you will ever need. Contact us now. Go Hopkins!
Hey guys, Jessie here from Tonkadale, and we're so excited to be sponsoring the HEF Gala this year. Did you know plants do amazing things for our well-being? They increase creativity, help us focus and pay attention, increase productivity, and help relieve stress. We can't wait to welcome you to the greenhouse. Ooh, Hopkins!
Jesse, thank you so much. I was going to try to, no, I can't even try to do that. No, we love Tonkadale. We love obviously all of our sponsors. So thank you so much. Hopkins has some accomplished alumni, wow, and many more who are just getting started on their exciting post-Hopkins lives. We're going to hear from several of them throughout the show, interspersed in the next hour. But before we hear from this first group, Jeff and Eduardo, tell us a little bit about this 2021 special appeal. This is going to be a phenomenal job that we want to fill, right?
Absolutely. Yep. So this is a Pathways to a Healthy Futures first year focused on social emotional learning for elementary students. This year, we will fund a college admissions and career placement specialist to assist all students on their journey beyond Hopkins to make sure they fulfill their potential like the alums that we're going to see tonight. It's easy to donate either at the link you see on your screen or on the donate button on the auction site.
Well, Jeff, I think we need a catchy acronym,
Agree.
For that special appeal. I mean, like, all kidding aside, our scholars will one day be Hopkins grads. That's so awesome to hear. And it is so important to fund this college admissions and career placement specialist. CASP, I think, should be the
CASP, I like it.
Let's go
CASP.
for it.
Let's do it.
Oh, CASP.
All right, so Principal Ballard, CASP it is. All right, so we need to fund this. You know, they need to support our junior highs and our high school scholars for this 2-year position and staff and training. How about we raise $105,000?
That would be wonderful.
Let's do it.
105,000,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
So now let's hear from a few alumni.
Hi, this is Steve Simon. I'm Minnesota's Secretary of State, but more importantly, I am the proud product of the Hopkins Public Schools. I started out in first grade at Tanglin Elementary, then the lines changed after second grade, so I went to Alice Smith Elementary, then on to North Junior High, and of course to Hopkins High School. And Hopkins schools really gave me a lot of gifts. They gave me a great education. They gave me the wherewithal to withstand and handle what came after high school. And they gave me what to this day are my best and closest friends in life. I'm truly grateful. And now that I'm a parent, I live in Hopkins and I have 2 young children who are also in the Hopkins Public Schools. My daughter is at Alice Smith Elementary. My son, who has special needs, is in the LTL program at Gatewood Elementary. So I'm truly grateful for all that Hopkins does, and I'm grateful for all that the foundation does as well, to supplement, to augment, to make our school district even better. And that's my hope for the future, is that anyone within earshot will consider some sort of contribution or donation or help to the foundation so they can truly lift up all students in our district. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for all your effort in making our school district the best that it can be. Go Royals, go.
Hello to the Hopkins community. My name is Rachel St. Clair. I graduated from Hopkins in 2015, and I currently work as a clinic EMT at mHealth Fairview here in the Twin Cities. And this spring, I will be starting my physician assistant program at Augsburg University here in Minnesota as well, which I could not be more thrilled about. I want to thank Hopkins for not only showing me the effort and energy that's required to learn, but instilling the passion and love of learning in me. I think it's so critical for students to realize that, learning takes effort, it takes energy, but it's also such a great avenue to your future successes. And I think all the donations tonight are obviously going to such a wonderful cause. And I can't thank you all enough for being here, donating, and just having the utmost confidence that the Hopkins education system is pushing out kids who love to learn, who want to learn, and want to continue to learn. So thank you for being here tonight. Have a good one. Donate lots.
Good evening, Michael Lehan, 1998 graduate of Hopkins High School. It's a great honor to send this video in to speak and celebrate on behalf of the Hopkins Educational Foundation and just celebrate the great work that they've been doing. The contributions that each of you make goes to certainly scholars in need, and deserving scholars, I should say, and our tremendous educators who are creating new and innovative pathways for learning for our scholars. As I think about my time at Hopkins, I celebrate the likes of Ken McDonald, who was my teacher and my coach. I think about Frankie, the tremendous science teacher who gave me the great opportunity to meet Robert Smith one time, and just so many other charismatic individuals that I met over my time in Hopkins schools. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't celebrate the dynamic leaders in Hopkins schools. Specifically, I want to call out the high school principal, Crystal Ballard, and North Junior High principal, Julius Romaselli, each of which I've had the great pleasure of working with most recently this last year. So please consider donating to this profound and unique opportunity, the Hopkins Foundation, that's going to help realize the vision of a bold and meaningful future for each scholar of Hopkins Public Schools. My very best to each of you.
Hi, I'm Christy Heidelberg, and I graduated from Hopkins in 2007, and I'm currently working in New York as a consultant. I'm grateful for the education that I got at Hopkins and the friends that I made, and I really feel that it prepared me for college and the world beyond. I want to give a special shout out to Ms. Bailey and Mr. Rexroth, who were my history teachers when I was at Hopkins, and who opened my eyes to the world around me and gave me a historical perspective, part of what pushed me to study international studies when I went to college. I encourage you all to donate to the Hopkins Education Foundation so that students now and in the future can get a great education just like I did.
Just more examples, just fantastic. Former Hopkins students doing great things in the world. The Secretary of State, a soon-to-be physician's assistant, an assistant school superintendent, and also a New York consultant who wants to, of course, continue to travel around the world. What an amazing amount of passion. Now, we don't want to forget why we're here tonight. We've got an auction going on, by the way, and there are so many wonderful goods and local services that have put up their items and their services for the auction today because they love Hopkins schools. So we are going to just kind of highlight some premium packages for you, and we're kind of tallying it up on a big screen here. We now have $10,370 for that special appeal.
Let's go.
So we're on our way.
Absolutely.
It's gone up $2,000 in the last 3 minutes. I like that. And we want to talk about 3 different places to travel around and great ideas of where you could go with your family, with your wife. Wonderful. Let's first travel to Duluth, where my daughter and husband were there today, skiing there today. And so this is a great package. Duluth is always a great town. And so as you look at all of these things, there's a lot. 3 days, 2 nights, Paradise Point. It's a gorgeous home there, as you can see there on the left. And you can go there, of course, in the summertime, and that lake will be thawed out.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Right now, it's a little frozen. I love all the things, all the restaurants. You can see Clyde Ironworks, Grandma's Saloon and Grill, but the aquarium as well. I don't know if you guys had a chance to go there before, but it is just a fantastic place.
2 or 3 times.
And Jeff's wife, Kim, we are not at that premium point yet, so we should tell her that, you know, she can still go, right?
She has a magic number that she gets a little paddle happy in past years Royal Bash, and so let's see if she gets a little click happy on the computer tonight. So it's still below the magic number.
And right now, we know it's ticking up, but just a couple minutes ago, it was $1,650 for these 3 days and 2 nights, which is just a fantastic value at the present time. So let's move it up. All right, now let's go to Wausau. Let's travel over to beautiful Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Oh, yes, Wisconsin. We are, of course, near Rib Mountain, 5 days, 4 nights in a beautiful farmhouse that sleeps 8. It's got a hot tub, grill. Come on, are you kidding?
Let's
It's
go.
got the fire pit. And of course, you know, a lot of folks don't get to travel to those gorgeous rolling hills of our state to our east. So this is a place, maybe a time you could go and show the kids what farmland is all about.
Absolutely.
Maybe,
Hook up the bikes, you know, rural Minnesota, rural Wisconsin. It's a great spot to go.
That's true. There's so many bike trails in all these places as well. All right, now we're going to go from Duluth to Wausau and finally to gorgeous Stillwater, the birthplace of Minnesota. And this is fantastic. The historic Water Street Inn and Charlie's Restaurant are right there on the gorgeous St. Croix where I grew up, just down the river in Prescott. And so you get a $700 gift certificate. So think summer, think fall. I mean, right now it's gorgeous as well. But I mean, this is a great place to go. Lolo's a great restaurant. The Liftbridge Brewery, I understand, has great beer. Ooh. Come on, are you kidding? And then you get also a $200 Visa gift card and also a Stillwater swag bag.
And right now, that's at $1,400 for the Stillwater trip.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Let's make it go.
And the Wausau farmhouse is a bargain at present at $1,300.
Absolutely.
So these are all going to be ticking up. And I want to let people know that they can actually continue to do this until 10 o'clock tonight. So think about it. Have another glass of wine. Think about it some more. Maybe bid it up. It could be really, really fun. All right. So the bidding closes at 10 o'clock, as I mentioned, and we are going to be continuing to watch those numbers, and we'll share them with you as we go through the evening. We are now going to hear from all of the elementary schools. I want to say a personal hello to all the kids at Eisenhower Elementary, because I had a chance to go there a number of times. And I want to say hello to my friend, Stephanie Treble, who's been teaching there for over 2 decades. Thank you for letting me know about this event, and thank you for all that you do. Of course, there's alumni that come from there, and let's check in now with what HEF's been doing at the Hopkins Secondary Schools.
Hi, my name is Leanna Camphy, and I am the principal at Hopkins West Junior High, and I just want to give a huge thank you to the Hopkins Education Foundation. We have been the grateful recipients of multiple grants over the years, from Makerspace to a video game club to my favorite, Danny, our resource dog. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Annie, and this is Danny, our West School resource dog. A few years back, West experienced 3 really tragic losses of students. So the Outward community stepped up in a huge way. And one thing was they brought dogs in. And the way that it impacted students and staff, nothing else could have made the same impact. It was clear to a lot of us that we needed a dog. So a few of us got together and we wrote a grant to HEF. And HEF was amazing, and they donated $4,000. So we went and we met with Paw Pads, which is the organization that trained Danny, and we immediately fell in love. She is the most cuddly, wonderful dog, but she also knows over 80 cues.
Good job.
To potential donors, this is where your money could go. I can't tell you how many smiles Danny has brought, and I just am so thankful to HEF that we have this opportunity.
I'm Nick Lovis. I am a civics teacher and global studies teacher at North Junior High. I knew last spring, as did all of Hopkins, that we would have to do things differently this fall. I wanted to create digital content in a way that was more engaging for students than what I did last year. And I knew equipment was one thing that held me back. I went to the HEF and we were able to purchase, myself and 3 other teachers, each a recording microphone, stands and tripods, studio lights, a green screen, and we have recorded weekly review videos. So students can engage with that on a Friday and review what we did throughout the week. There are many students who I haven't met, but all the students have met me. They've met my personality and my love for the content and for the curriculum. These studios have given us a chance to break that ice. So when we are back with students, that we've already taken some steps to get to know each other and trust each other. So anybody else who's interested in making a difference now, I think that can happen in HEF.
Hello, my name is Julius Aromaselli, proud principal here at Hopkins North Junior High. I just want to say thank you for providing the opportunity to further the goals of our Vision 2031 here at North. Thank you, HEF.
I'm Crystal Ballard, and I am the principal of Hopkins High School. We are so grateful for the funding from HEF. Some of the projects that have been funded from HEF are our Wellness Center, and I'm actually in our Wellness Center. That's one of the things that's very unique about Hopkins High School is that we really pay attention to the social, emotional needs of our scholars. So we're so thankful that HEF has funded this Wellness Center for us. Another program that was funded through HEF is our Academic Support Center. So there are opportunities for our scholars to have tutoring and support. The scholars at Hopkins High School are all of our children. They will impact our community as adults. They will be responsible for planning and doing amazing things when we are no longer in these roles. So it's so important for us to make those investments because they are our future. And in order for them to reach their goals, they have to have clearly articulated plans for their visions beyond Hopkins High School. That type of planning around what our scholars want requires someone to be very skilled in those areas to support them. So we are asking, again, HEF to support us in hiring someone that can work directly with our scholars in order to help to make sure that all of them have a plan. Because of the support of HEF, we are going to be able to hire a college admissions and career placement specialist to support our scholars with their dreams beyond Hopkins High School. We believe by having a person who is dedicated to this work will greatly impact the dynamics at our school and prepare our scholars for post-secondary because we want all of our scholars to have clear plans around what is next for them. HEF has been a gift to Hopkins High School.
So on a daily basis, I see firsthand how our Hopkins staff responds to our students' social and emotional needs. And the HEF donors have been supporting this wonderful work, and we are so appreciative.
Well, as that video reflects that, I can see why Principal Ballard is so excited about our career specialists. To have scholars reach their dreams beyond school. Wow. This will truly impact all of our scholars. And that's why we're raising funds for tonight. Now, let's see where we're at. Let's hear from some alumni and a mix of recent, more seasoned graduates of a variety of professions. But before we do that, how far have we reached our goal?
We're doing good.
$11,355,000. We got to get there.
Yep.
Okay?
Long ways to go.
We got a long ways to go. We can do this.
I think
All
so.
right. Let's hear from some of our more seasoned graduates in a variety of our professions.
Hey guys, Zeke Naji, Hopkins class of 2019 with the Denver Nuggets here. Just want to say I'm super excited and happy to be a part of this this fundraising and this foundation. Me and my family foundation are also doing all that we can to support, and we encourage you guys to do the same. Hopkins was a great period in my life. I enjoyed that time very much. Shout out to Coach Novak, Coach Stahl for being both my coaches and my teachers as well. They made learning fun. Shout out to also Mr. Zek, who was my teacher for music production. It was a great class, and it was one of my favorite classes at Hopkins. And yeah, he made it fun. But yeah, I really encourage you guys to donate and help out however you can, and just support. So thank you.
Hi, Hopkins Royals. My name is Shannon Unstemarco, and I'm a proud 1997 alum of Hopkins High School. I am so proud of all the experiences that Hopkins gave me over the years, including those at Glen Lake Elementary, West Junior High, and Hopkins High School. Currently, I live in Wisconsin and am the Director of Emergency Education and Clinical Simulation at the University of Wisconsin in Madison in the School of Medicine and Public Health. And I use the lessons that Hopkins brought me to help train future generations of healthcare workers in Wisconsin and beyond. Your support today for helping fund health grants is just so important to our Hopkins community. Funding these exciting projects through HEF will ensure that current and future generations have amazing experiences to have the best opportunities to live their best selves and hopefully reflect on their time as fondly as I have in Hopkins. Thank you so much for your support, and go Royals.
Hey Royals, my name is RJ Kokish and I'm a Hopkins alum. I attended the University of Minnesota and graduated with a civil engineering degree, and am currently a civil engineer for the city of Golden Valley. I'm appreciative of my math and science teachers at Hopkins, Mr. Swigum, Mr. Shoger, to name a couple, and really enjoyed my time on the golf and hockey teams. Thank you for attending the virtual Royal Bash. Let's fund a lot of exciting initiatives for the Hopkins Education Foundation. Go Royals.
Hi, I'm Scott, and way back in the 20th century, I graduated from Hopkins High School. In addition to the basics of reading and writing and playing the parachute game at Glen Lake Elementary School, I learned a lot of things that have stuck with me through my entire life. Trips to Carver Park with Jim Gilbert taught me to admire and respect nature. PE class at Hopkins West taught me that you cannot actually get cooties from square dancing with girls. Gone are the days of sitting on the senior steps and making goofy videos in the K-Hop studios, but the memories live on forever. Now that my own son is preparing to enter the career field as a teacher, I'm reminded of the incredible challenges that teachers face, the amount of support needed from the community, and most importantly, the lifelong impact that schools have on students. Please help out the foundation today in whatever way you can. Thank you, Hopkins.
Well, another group of just amazing people, professional sports, healthcare, Badger, engineering, Hopkins grads, running the gamut tonight. And I can't wait to see who's in the next bunch. Jeff?
Well, it's our job to prepare our scholars for whatever they decide to do in their future, to be lifelong learners. It's wonderful to have the foundation and all of you out there backing us up with your donations and to see how these alums follow their passions moving into the future.
That's right. And I know you and your colleagues have been working so hard, including your superintendent, Dr. Amir Piri-Reed, affectionately known as Dr. MR or Rhoda. And here's a short message from her this evening.
Good evening, Hopkins scholars, families, and staff. In Hopkins, we love HEF. We are more than fortunate to have the Hopkins Education Foundation as a partner, as well as an agent for transformation and change. And as a community, we have weathered the ferociousness of COVID-19, as well as extreme volatility within our racialized existence. In spite of this, you demonstrate great resilience. These crises compel us to seize new opportunities and to further the work we have already begun to reimagine education for each and every scholar. A key tenet of Vision 2031 is reimagining schools from the ground up. We have to say no to the pull of returning to the old normal. HEF has always been and will continue to be a partner in helping us build our new normal, enabling us to pilot new concepts, allowing us to lab before bringing to scale, funding big ideas like wellness centers and project-based learning. HEF is an amazing resource that fuels us to reimagine our schools, to think not about what is, but what's possible. I applaud our staff for reimagining how learning might happen for our scholars. This fall, many staff generated new approaches to assist our distance learners and took time to seek HEF grant support. HEF rapidly responded, awarding almost $34,000 for 20 new ideas across the district. HEF also awarded Hopkins $50,000 last spring and helped us facilitate the Hopkins Strong community fundraiser. We are forever grateful for the myriad of ways that HEF and Hopkins partner together. We are in a time of scarce resources. We need to imagine how we might do differently with less. As we reimagine, we must explore what education could be rather than holding on to what it currently is. Thank you, HEF, for helping us in this endeavor. Our families remain enthusiastic about Hopkins and about our bold vision. We are grateful for your belief in us and for contributing to HEF tonight. Your legacy through HEF is assisting Hopkins staff in building a new paradigm of public education for each and every Hopkins scholar. Thank you.
I want to thank her so much for that messaging, and I know that she is quite a leader, and what she has already done is just so impressive. And of course, as her vision continues to lead Hopkins schools, I can only imagine what will happen in the coming years. This year in particular, I don't think I need to tell you that it's been just a tough year. Every single week is different. So much uncertainty, so much anticipation every week of to see what is going to happen with our educators, with our students. So again, just kudos to all of you that are watching, because you love this school district and you want to help it. And this is a year when we really do need to help everyone involved.
Absolutely. So personally, I'm incredibly proud and thankful to be part of the Hopkins leadership team, and Rhoda's bold vision and message speaks for all of us. We're all invested in making Hopkins a wonderful home for every one of our scholars.
Indeed, Dr. Ramiri Piri-Reed. Being part of your team and this team is inspiring. And you know what else is inspiring?
Tell us.
$1,000.
Let's do it.
$1,000.
So how about, I think it's time to draw a winner of the $1,000 raffle.
So we've got 2 of these. So this is number 1, right?
Number 1.
All right.
All right, let's
You got to
see.
close your eyes. You got to close your eyes.
All right, here we go. The lucky winner is?
So they spent $100 and they get 1,000. And who is the winner? Who is the winner?
Stephanie Motter.
Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Wow, Stephanie Motter, you have won $1,000. Exciting opportunity. Now, we still have another one of these, so you still have a chance to win.
Yes, you do. That's very exciting. Okay, so in the meantime, let's talk about some more items that are on the auction block. And I was looking at this at home yesterday, and I noticed that there was already a lot of bidding going on, but these are the items that I was super interested in as well. We're gonna talk Celebrate Home Package. Now, it's one of my favorites. We're certainly, of course, spending a lot more time at home, so people are really kind of gussying up their homes and making them a little bit more welcoming for guests and for themselves. And I know a few people that are vying for the patio stove and Adirondack chairs, and I've got a spot all picked out for the big TV. So you can see here, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got a bonfire, we've got navy blue Adirondack chairs, we've got, of course, 2 Royals Stadium blankets as well. So this is just one of the items. So that looks pretty good.
Absolutely.
Right? Isn't that fun? All right, now, number 2. I know Valentine's Day is already over, but you know what? Any day is good for diamonds. I'm just gonna say that. Any day is good for diamonds. And look at these diamonds. I mean, they are absolutely stunning. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. And at present, a couple of minutes ago, they were at $2,000. So not only do you get the diamonds, but you also get to bring 12 people, you and 11 people, down into the North Loop at Filigree Jewelers, and you get to have a champagne tasting, you get to try on some really cool vintage, modern, and custom jewelry, and you get to go away with a goodie bag. So think about that for maybe your book club.
There
Maybe,
you go.
right?
Absolutely.
birthday.
Yeah, birthday. Oh, what a good idea.
I think I have to up the diamond game for my wife, so this is intriguing.
I know I
right
definitely
now.
have to, so.
What's your wife's name, Eduardo?
Laura.
Okay, Laura and Kim, let's go. Let's go. It's going to be good. All right, now, on the topic of beautiful gems, let's take a look at this perfect package for us right now. It's a beautiful home office. It will really spruce up what you already have at home. We're talking about a height adjustable table. We're talking about a beautiful chair. That would be a huge part of it right there. We also have single or dual monitor arms. You know what? You get a power strip. I mean, come on. You get a bracket,
Who doesn't need a
power
power
strip. You get a wire management basket. So a lot
all
of
the
cool
best.
things.
I don't know
All
about
of it.
you, but I like working standing up.
Yeah.
You know, you're working in a school for so much, and you just got to stand up. You got to work standing up, and this is an opportunity for that.
Yeah, and you burn more calories
Exactly.
by just standing there. So that's cool. Okay, now talk about calories. Let's talk about beer. I mean, let's do it. So we're talking about an entire refrigerator filled with local beer. The Hef Board has donated 270 of their favorite beers to stock this fridge. This is a great item. Whoever came up with this, genius.
This is phenomenal.
And it's only $800 like a few minutes ago.
Really?
So I think we need to.
Oh my goodness.
I think Jeff, you and I,
you
let's
made
just
us
go
spell it out.
50-50.
You could split
Come
it.
on.
That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Let's get it to $1,000 in the next.
270 bottles, and they're all local, which is so cool.
That's awesome. There's so many great local breweries in Minnesota and that contribute to this, so that's fantastic. And it's gonna be perfect for this summer and during the summer vacation. But it's not quite summertime yet. Our scholars still have to work hard to finish out this school year.
Yeah. So let's take a look at a few more of our schools and what Hef has been up to.
Calming Corners are kits in each of our classrooms that provide materials that will assist students in kind of regulating themselves when they might be feeling stressed or anxious or worried or upset. They go into the identified space in their classroom and they use a tool that can get their minds in a good space for learning. A lot of times there's a breathing ball. There might be coloring pages or mazes or stress balls, stress putty. Yeah, I think it builds empathy, and I think it just normalizes that we all have ups and downs. And seeing what ups and downs your friend has in your classroom helps you to know how to be a better friend to that person. But also just being able to recognize when you're feeling that way is a really important first step. HEF has always just had a real laser focus on improving students' lives. All the ideas that have funds are really focused on centering students and improving their lives.
Thank you, HEF!
Hello, my name is Jim Eichmel. The students call me Mr. Ike. I'm a second grade teacher here at Gatewood Elementary, and we are out in our new greenhouse space. So we have this amazing space with tons of opportunity, but right now we don't have much in it. And we're grateful to HEF for helping to make the dream come true. We are looking for shelving, tables, storage, and then after that we can get started. We'll need pots and dirt and plants and everything that it takes to make this into a functional spot. The future of education does not involve desks and pencils and paper. We want kids to take their knowledge and also be able to use it. So thank you for everyone who donates to HEF and makes this possible, because you are making the next level of education a possibility.
Hi, I'm Dr. George Nolan, principal here at Gatewood Elementary. I just want to say thank you to HEF for providing funding for our space. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, HEF!
Hello, my name is Melissa Ness, and I'm principal of Eisenhower Elementary, and HEF supports our school every year with lots of grants, and we thank them so much for their generosity and ways that they help us improve our school. So we will highlight one of our grants that we've recently received. This grant was used to create and purchase feelings boards.
So a feeling board is a board that displays a number of emotions, and it's meant to be utilized in daily routines. And so a student might come in the morning and hang up their coat and then check in about how they're feeling, and then that way it gives the teacher an opportunity to survey the board and figure out who might need additional support or attention during the day. Then we can be proactive in kind of figuring out and deciding if someone needs a check-in with a counselor or a social worker. And I think the kids really like the physical idea of being able to find their name and move it around. Some of the kids will midday go over and change their name based on how they feel. So if a student is doing really well socially, emotionally, and is able to be aware of how they're feeling, assert themselves, and ask for their needs to be met, we see them do better academically as well.
Thank you, HEF.
That's fantastic. You know, those young scholars and many more have so much energy, so much curiosity. I love the greenhouse. I'm going to have to get there for Grow with Care. I love the fact that they have that built. And you're right, it's about getting your hands dirty. It's about actually having tangible things that the kids can learn from, not just sitting at the desk. And it sounds like that is happening in this district.
Absolutely.
In every classroom that you walk into, we're all invested, the educators, the parents, the community, in guiding them to become their best selves. And I just want to take a pause because just a minute ago, we had a bump of $1,000 of our special appeal.
Here we go.
We're at $12,300. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So we so much appreciate how HEF helps each one of our elementary schools. And before you know it, they're going to end up, our scholars are going to end up just like these alumni.
Hey Hopkins, my name's Nate. I'm a 2015 alum, and I currently work here at our state capitol, which you can kind of tell is behind me. The lighting's a little bright. I work for a new state senator, Ann Johnson Stewart, who actually represents a big chunk of the Hopkins School District. And prior to this, I managed Ann's campaign for about a year. after graduating from college. And I just wanted to thank you for tuning in tonight to help raise money for the district through HEF grants. It's a very special place. I was prepared tremendously well for the real world, particularly through my time as an editor on the school newspaper under Mr. Coker. And I know that many of my peers feel the same way. So thank you, and keep those wallets open.
Hello, I am Mara Vistendahl, Hopkins High School, class of 1998. I'm an investigative reporter with The Intercept, and I'm also the author of 2 books. I started studying Chinese at Hopkins back in the late 90s. At that time, there were just 4 of us in the inaugural Mandarin class at HHS. That led to me getting my career started in China as a journalist. I ended up living there for 8 years, writing many articles about the country. I still use Chinese in my work nearly every day. And I have watched as the Chinese program at Hopkins has grown to include all of Xinxing, the Chinese immersion school. So I am very proud of what the district has done, and I would urge you to give to the Hopkins Education Foundation if you can. Thank you.
Hey Royals, my name is Alex Quintero, and I'm a 2020 graduate. In 2019, I was a goalkeeper for Hopkins Soccer, and with the help of my amazing team, we were able to reach section finals for the first time in 40 years, during which we knocked out number 2 in state St. Louis Park in the playoffs. I'm now over at Kansas State University, pursuing a master's in industrial design with a preference in automotive design. But tonight, I just want to encourage people to help raise money for HEF, which is a group that gives right back to the community. It awards grants to anyone from elementary all the way up to high school. They really do care a lot about Hopkins, so the more money we raise, the more opportunities we can all create for students in our city. Thanks.
Hey Hopkins, my name is Jessica Melnick. I'm a graduate of Hopkins High School, class of 2019, and I'm currently studying political science and history at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I'm also the founder and executive director of Girls United MN, which was started at Hopkins West Junior High when I was in 7th grade. And HEF has been so supportive of all of our efforts through the Awesome Fund grant, which allowed us to go into the elementary schools and paint canvases with 4th through 6th grade girls with different positive affirmations to hang up in their bathrooms, and so many other projects. I really encourage you all to consider donating to HEF because they really bring student voices to the center of decision-making tables and allow for Hopkins to be the innovative district that it is. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy.
So from reliable sources, we understand that Jessica will be president someday. Absolutely. Just throwing out there, right?
She is phenomenal.
Isn't that fun?
Absolutely.
We have so many wonderful alumni. A published author using the Chinese she learned in Hopkins, and 3 young people out there launching their journeys. Wow, we want to make sure every student who leaves Hopkins has their own terrific launch pad. So let's fund that area, that what do we call it? CAS? Is that what we're calling it? CAS. So college admissions and career placement specialist, to help all of our scholars on their journey, wherever that might be. And as of just a moment ago, but it's ticking up, we're at $13,940, and we are working toward $105,000 for that position, that much needed position, right?
It's climbing, and we're gonna get there. I'm confident of that. So we know that some families have more resources and maybe more savvy for helping their student grow beyond Hopkins. And what we wanna do is level the playing field to offer the same knowledge to all of our Hopkins scholars.
I mean, hiring this specialist for 2 years will put a strong and lasting framework in place because it's not about college. There's more places and more options in today's world, including trade schools, gap year options, internships. We want to make sure that our students have opportunities to find wherever that path leads them.
So true. That's right.
Speaking of the right fit, remember to check your...
My name is...
That's all right.
We got it.
It worked.
We got it.
I am currently the music booker and co-head of the talent department at The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I always felt lucky to go to Hopkins, you know, getting older and comparing my high school experience to other kids. Even though I had a huge graduating class, I always felt like I had, you know, special attention when I needed it from teachers, and I really struggled with my confidence. And there's a guy named Mr. Clark who taught yearbook and AP English, and he made such a wonderful impact on me and kind of built the foundation for my love of journalism and literature. Please consider donating to HEF so students currently attending or who will attend Hopkins in the future get the same opportunity and the same experience I had.
Hey Royals, my name is Eric Jansa. I'm a 2015 alum and proud Royal. I had such a positive experience at Hopkins and appreciate all of you contributing to that culture and community. Few special shout outs to Philip Brown and Profe Sebenaler for their lasting impact, to Principal Camphy, Gillian McNeil, and Douglas Dart for bringing their authentic and passionate selves to the classroom, and to Coach Novak and Coach Stahl for teaching equal parts basketball and life. Thank you all for tuning in tonight and helping to keep the Hopkins community great. Go Royals.
Hey Hopkins fam, I'm Mimi.
I'm Halal.
And we're both Hopkins alum. I graduated in 2012.
I graduated in 2013.
And I'm based in New York.
I'm based in Minneapolis.
And since the start of the pandemic, both of us have been doing really awesome entrepreneurial things on the front lines. I am the founder and CEO of Perfect Strangers, which has been a COVID response nonprofit delivering meals to people sheltering in place. We support seniors, immunocompromised, and low-income communities and communities of color. We closed out 2020 having delivered 200,000 meals in cities across the country.
I'm the CEO and founder of Henna Hijabs, a local hijab company based here in Minnesota. And since the start of the pandemic, we were able to donate over 800 healthcare hijabs to frontline healthcare workers across the state and in area hospitals. I think we should all support Hopkins, and I think Mimi and I can both attest and say that Hopkins had a profound impact on where we are today, and I think it's important to support initiatives like this.
So if you can, get out and donate and support the Hopkins Education Foundation and all the amazing projects it helps fund for the district.
Well, hello, Hopkins Education Foundation supporters. My name is Mike Lascarbo. I am a 1977 graduate of Hopkins Eisenhower High School, and I've just retired after a 40-year career in marketing that brought me really all over the world. But I have to tell you, no matter where I was always thinking back to the experiences I had as a student in Hopkins. It really does mean a lot to these kids throughout their lives to have a school district with the kind of talent in teaching and the dedication and support that they need to move on and do things they dream of. So I really do appreciate your support there tonight, and I hope, if you can, you go ahead and donate some money so that they can get their jobs done even better. Thanks a lot for being there, and I hope you have a good time.
Well, thanks, Mike. Hopkins grads are in IT, marketing, and running their own businesses. How about that gal who has her own business, 200,000 meals to folks that had to be in their homes? Congratulations on all of that, all across the country. Wonderful. It really shows what a Hopkins education can do and really bring you anywhere.
Well, we are very grateful to have HEF and donors like you, all of you out there tonight, to help us enhance our scholars' experiences.
So let's see what HEF has funded recently at Tanglin Elementary and for our youngest learners at Harley Hopkins.
I'm Jim Habeisen, the principal of Tanglin Elementary School. Right now we are at our sensory path, which is in one of the hallways of Tanglin. Hopkins Education Foundation came up with the funding to allow this sensory path to come to Tanglin. And it's a great kinesthetic release for our students when they need that little extra movement in their day, plus they have a lot of fun doing it as well. One of the beauties of the sensory path is students can use it as best meets their needs. They can adjust the order, they can do just one part of it, they can do all of it, and they love using their creativity to come up with new ways to use the sensory path. Hopkins Education Foundation has helped us with numerous educational enhancements like the sensory path. So folks giving generously to support them helps to support all of our students in the Hopkins district.
Thank you, HEF!
The work that HEF is enabled to do by generous donations from our community members is work that gets immediately into the hands of educators. The grant that they have just recently funded is a grant that spans our entire early childhood department,
called Becoming Anti-Racist and Authentically Inclusive in Early Childhood. That involves materials, but it will take a lot of professional development amongst ourselves. And so what could have been a somewhat brief activity of ordering really amazing materials is now turning into a year-long period of growth, reflection, and goal setting. And I think that speaks to the longevity of what HEF funds and the future impacts it can have on our students.
What our early childhood screeners have realized is that when you're working with 3- and 4-year-olds, it can be very difficult to see if there are any vision issues. So the SPOT screener allows the nurse to actually get a visual reading. That picture can go with the parent to the pediatrician or the eye doctor of that child. The actual SPOT screener was provided by HEF, which was an amazing gift. HEF grants allow programs and teachers to really make a difference in the lives of our students.
Thank you, HEF.
I love that. And as those videos were playing and we were enjoying watching them, the tallies just keep going up. We have Duluth at $2,100. We have the Wausau Farmhouse, which is still a bargain at $1,300. The Stillwater Getaway, which is worth a ton, is only $1,800. So keep bidding, keep bidding. And remember, the bidding does stay open until 10 o'clock tonight. The diamond earrings, by the way, $2,000. So whoever bought those, someone's gonna be very happy. You know, these young students are really like sponges, as you just learned. I mean, they really do pick up all of this that they're trying to teach them. Before you know it, they're going to be graduating, and I really love that tonight's special appeal helps them prepare for the next step beyond high school.
Because we know, as parents, as teachers, as principals, that our scholars are full of potential. We see it every day. Okay? This will really create a structure to guide our scholars as they move forward. I'm so excited about our pathway to a healthy future.
So we have one more group of alumni to share before we draw the last raffle winner. Are you both ready for an MD, a potential Olympian, a graduate student at Johns Hopkins, and an ER nurse? Unbelievable.
Let's go.
Hey Hopkins Royals, Joe Klecker here. I'm a 2015 graduate and 2-time state champion on the track and field team. After my time at Hopkins, I went on to study biochemistry and run collegiately at the University of Colorado Boulder. I just graduated and signed a professional running contract and pursuing making the Tokyo 21 Olympic team. But tonight I'd like to encourage you guys to raise lots of money so we can continue to fund HEF grants that provide amazing opportunities for students in elementary all the way through high school, like I had during my time at Hopkins. So let's raise some money, and I'd like to just give a shout out to 2 teachers that really inspired my journey while at Hopkins, both April Felt and Mike Harris. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Kempinen, and I'm a proud graduate of Hopkins High School from 1984. And when I think back on all my years in the Hopkins public schools, I really have a deep sense of gratitude. I had outstanding teachers all along the way, and I had really wonderful experience being part of the cross-country track and Nordic ski programs. And so I think it's great that you're here tonight and that the Hopkins Education Foundation exists to help raise funds just to ensure today's students can have as good a curriculum as possible. Thanks again.
Hey Hopkins Royals, I'm Beth Wooten and I'm a 2011 Hopkins alumna. After Hopkins, I studied philosophy and taught English in Guangzhou, China. I'm currently at another Hopkins, Johns Hopkins University, studying international affairs with the hope of working for the government on U.S.-China issues. I want to shout out to a couple special teachers, John Samwer and Rick Rexroth, who are really fun and inspiring. And I especially want to thank Frau Dirks, who took my German class on a trip to Germany and fostered my desire to live and work internationally. So thank you for tuning in tonight to support HEF, and I hope we can fund a lot of exciting new ideas to keep Hopkins a world-class education.
Hi Hopkins, my name is Grace Huber. I graduated in 2012 and I'm currently an emergency and trauma nurse in downtown Seattle. I think undoubtedly this pandemic has changed all of our lives, but I do think it's important to consider how this pandemic is changing the quality of education our students are receiving. I had an amazing experience and education at Hopkins High School, and I think we need to continue to keep that bar high. Please consider giving to the Hopkins Education Foundation. They are going to continue to support our students, to support our teachers, and give the kind of quality education I received and you probably received as well. A quick shout out to Mrs. Okar and Miss Saturn. They changed the way I view humanity, and I use that every single day in the emergency department. Okay, thank you.
Wow, hearing from those alums is awesome. Hopkins truly has produced an eclectic group of alums. And as you know, Grace made a great point in her video about the pandemic changing all of our lives. And every day, we're striving to make our scholars' lives a little better.
I mean, HEF has done an amazing job of helping us. Those 22 grants awarded this fall have helped so much. If you missed them in the pre-show, you can always see them again in the post-show just in a few minutes.
Yeah, we want to see those 22 grants and what they have done. So now to draw the final winner of our raffle ticket, we want to introduce the president of the Education Foundation, board president, Susan Wooten. I just saw your beautiful daughter. Congratulations on her.
Thank you very much.
All right, you ready to pick?
I am. And
$1,000
thank you for the
bucks. Let's
intro.
go.
All right. Well, we've kept you in suspense to this point, and you're still ready to sit on the edge of your seat. So imagine the drum roll and the winner of our next
close your eyes now.
$1,000 gift from the raffle, Tina Olson. Congratulations, Tina. All right. Well, thank you to every one of you who purchased raffle tickets for this event. You have really moved the needle on donations that will bring us closer to funding our special appeal tonight. We thank you, all teachers, administrators, and students. With gratitude, I'd also like to thank the very special people who bring their creativity and vision to the fore to make this evening such a success. Our Royal Bash committee members, Leslie Grandal, Lori McNeil, Amy Bisbee, Jelan Heidelberg, Mara Gallen-Garrett, Jen Trujillo, Jim Cameron, and Kim Kotzenware. We couldn't do it without you. And now, none of this would have been possible at all without the exceptional vision and planning and coordination of our HEF professional staff. Our incredible executive director, Jennifer St. Clair, our foundation manager, Jana Huber, and our communication manager, Michelle Pasco. Of course, we also have the tremendous support of all the members of Hopkins Education Foundation's Board of Directors throughout the year. And with their strong commitment, they bring the foundation to an amazing amount of success. Finally, I want to thank all of our royal blue, silver, and bronze sponsors tonight, and to all of you who've generously, consistently donated your time and your resources to the Hopkins Education Foundation. We just can't say enough good things about all of you. Thank you again.
Well, thank you so much for your service. We so appreciate it. And
Thank
we're
you.
excited that you were able to pick the $1,000. I want to thank Susan for coming and all the staff that is here behind the scenes making tonight possible. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight to celebrate from your home. Remember, it's not over just yet. In the post-show, you'll find out more about where, of course, those dollars have gone. And also at the same time, you can bid as much as you want through 10 o'clock. And we would really encourage you to do just that. We do know that the beer fridge is now still a bargain at $1,100. And we also want to let you know that currently the appeal is $16,218 for that new position. So we have a lot of great dollars that have already been given. We want to thank everyone for doing that. And it's been so fun getting to know the two of you and everyone else that have, of course, did all of the work to get tonight going. And so thank you so much for helping me tonight and raising great dollars for an amazing school district.
Absolutely. Appreciate your support.
Personally, I've really enjoyed watching the clips of our HEF grants in action and all of our schools. We have so much to be thankful for to the HEF Foundation, the donors, and I'm intrigued about that Stillwater trip.
Okay, so
still.
Stillwater is at
Absolutely.
1,800, sir.
Yeah,
So I don't know. That
There we
could be a
go.
great getaway for your family.
Yeah.
And I really liked hearing from all the alumni. They're involved in so many different interesting things. I just can't wait to see how our current scholars and where they're going to end up. They represent an amazing future. And for my future, Duluth. I'm hoping I'm going to Duluth. It's at 2,100. I don't know if that's my wife's
Oh, my
number or not,
goodness.
but
I think it is.
We'll see.
I think Kim's going to take you to Duluth.
Let's go.
I'm really looking forward to getting into both of your schools and talking about weather because on the side, that's what I do. So I'm really looking
Absolutely.
forward to that.
That'd be great.
And, you know, again, make sure that you go ahead and continue to learn about what the foundation does, learn about how it impacts all the families in Hopkins and the school district. And, of course, you can continue bidding through 10 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day, so get out and enjoy it. I hear it's going to snow. Be about 32 degrees. How about that? Next week is going to be really warm. So if the kids are back in school, they can actually go outside for recess.
Absolutely.
Won't
That's
that be
always good.
wonderful? Should we cap out where we are right
I
now?
think we are.
And again, it's only 8 o'clock. So you have 2 hours to continue to outbid each other.
Keep it
And
coming.
of course, every single dollar goes to such a great place. $2,100 for the Duluth trip. I think Kim bought it, so I think Kim and Jeff are going, but we'll see. The Wausau Farmhouse is now up to $1,900. That's, of course, a great getaway. Stillwater's at $1,800, and we have the Celebrate Home with the fire pit, the Adirondack chairs. That's at $1,800. The diamond earrings are at $2,000. The home office is at $1,225, and the beer fridge, we don't know why, it's only at $1,100. It's a lot of beer.
That's a bargain.
And a fridge.
That is a bargain. Get that. Get that on your way home tonight.
I will.
Get that up.
I'll come home with 270 cans of beer. I think my
I'm
wife.
sure your
will
wife
have
was
something
really
to
happy
say.
about that. Absolutely. Well, on behalf of everybody that had a chance to put together this event tonight, thank you for joining us for the 22nd annual Royal Bash for the Hopkins Education Foundation. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for joining us.